Hello, all you night readers. It's good to have everybody here. Thank you so much for coming out tonight. Yes. So let's see what we got going on here. Let's see who's here. I know I've started a few minutes early, so we'll give some people some time to get in. Yvonne, Anya, welcome back, Anya. It's very good to have you. Chanel and Selena, Jesse, Shivani, Happily Ever After, and Kay, Zena, JK. All right, so how many of you were here this morning? How many of you were here this morning? Raise your hand. I was sort of here. I was kind of here. I honestly don't remember much of it, but yeah, I was here. Supposedly. So if you guys were here this morning, yeah, please let me know. I know, Yvonne, you were here. Yep. Zena, you were here. I knew that. And Kay, you were here, right? Kay, I think... No, Zena, you were not here this morning? Kay, you were here this morning, though. Okay, so JK and just Kay. Kay and JK were here. Happily Ever After was here this morning. That I know. And oh, Zena, I thought you were here this morning. I know you were here last night. That I know. Oh, well. Okay. Yes, you are. See, you're having the same kind of day I'm having. I don't know. Yvonne, I am still around. That's all I can tell you. I am still here. Hey, Fairy Wren. It's good to see you. What happened this morning? Oh, Chanel, it was a fiasco. I had an extremely important phone call that I started at 10 o'clock. Yes, this morning. 10 o'clock a.m. my time, right? This morning. And my show is at 11:30. I figured, oh, that gives me plenty of time. Hour and a half. No problem. 11:30 rolls around and I'm still on hold. And I cannot, after an hour and a half, I cannot hang up. There is no hanging up at this point. Not with this place I'm calling. You don't dare hang up or it's going to take me another week just to get in again. To get another, to get my phone call in again. Well, so I had my wife hold on the phone while I started doing the show, and I started the show and all, but every time I would hear my wife, I could hear her talking to someone in there in the other room through the studio here. I could hear her, and then they must be putting her back on hold because I could hear what she was saying. So I knew who she was talking to, and she's talking to them and she's telling them what's going on. And then they put her back on hold. This happened throughout my whole show. So every time I heard her talking, I kind of had to stop and listen and think about it for a few minutes. And I'm trying to do readings. It was a mess. It was a mess. But for any of you who are here this morning, like I said, I know Happily Ever After and Yvonne, of course, were here. And I know that Kay was here this morning. And I'm positive Zena, I know JK was here, Zena was here. I know that. I'm trying to remember who else was here this morning. If anyone else. Maybe that was all. So those are the people I remember being here this morning. Empress Love, were you here this morning? Let me know. Because anybody who was here this morning who got rushed through a reading, I mean, when I say rushed through, I mean rushed. I was not doing good readings this morning, I'm sorry to say. But I will make it up to you guys and do your readings first, because I owe that much to you from the fiasco that was this morning. So, Yvonne, your family situation reading, absolutely. I get the Empress again. It's very strange. I keep getting the Empress around your family. Not for you. I know, not for you, but I'm telling you, someone in the family might be a little bit on the pregnant side, just a little bit pregnant, just a little pregnant. I don't know. Does that sound right? Does that sound completely wrong? I don't know. All right. So I think, of course, when it comes to family, there's that burden. There is that burden that everybody is carrying. Hey, Christian Dior. Hey, how are you? Yeah, Yvonne, I wish it was better than it was, because it was fast. And I got to tell you, I don't remember any of the readings I did this morning. It was craziness. Hey, Tarot Magician, thanks for being here. I appreciate your support. It was a great show you and MPT had yesterday. That was really nice. You guys did a great job together. It gelled nicely, and the two of you work well together. So that was nice. All right, so absolutely, when it comes to the family, Yvonne, it's all about burdens, right? It's all about burden. It really starts off that way. It really, not that it ends that way. Yeah, it was fun, Tarot Magician. It was. But it ends with healing. It ends with, kind of drowning in your emotions a little bit. Right? Just a little bit. Not completely drowning, of course, because look, she's halfway out of the water. Or she's halfway in the water. It's according to how you look at it, right? No, not a chance for you, Yvonne. I know that. This I know. I'm thinking Lorraine, but we won't tell her. I'm thinking Lorraine. All about family of burden. Things are very solitary for one person in the family, right? We know this. We've been talking about this lately in many different readings, that one person in the family is not doing things that they should be doing, and they have been left out of everything, right? They are on their own to just to be by themselves, because no one else knows what to do to help them. The Two of Pentacles tells me all about, they need to change their ways. They need to become flexible and be able to see what they're doing to everyone else. That is a very different thing than before. I mean, I think that's different than she was feeling before. I think she almost knows that she's going to have to change. And I have to tell you, I think that's a little bit. Again, like a little pregnant, right? She's only a little pregnant. Well, this one is only a little bit of a change. It's only a little change. But it is a change. On the plus side, right? On the plus side, it is a change. But right now, things are still going the same as they are. Things have been a burden. They're going to continue to be a burden for a long while. And yes, Lorraine won't ever tell me because she is shy. But you just confirmed it for me. She hopes to be pregnant. There you have it. Oh, and I didn't use your favorite cards either, Yvonne. I did not use your favorite cards. All right, so happily ever after. What's going on? You would like to ask, what are Duarte's feelings towards you? Is it Duarte? Duarte? Is it like, is that you really pronounced out, or is it Duarte, like DW? Or is it Duarte? I don't know. Not that it doesn't make any difference to your reading. It just gives me something to think about while I'm shuffling. Mary Ellen Hughes, hello, and welcome to the Night Reader Tarot Show, called Tarot Days and Nights. Please do me a favor if you are new, and I think you might be. If you would subscribe, click on the notification bell, and then you'll get to see that I'm on twice a day, every single day. Oh gosh. You can also see that I can't shuffle. Yeah. My shuffling is terrible lately. That's what happens when your fingers go numb, right? Anyhow, you can see that I'm on twice a day, every day, 11:30 a.m., 6 o'clock p.m. And you'll also get, oh, you already have. Okay, awesome. Well, I appreciate that. Mary Ellen, thank you so much. I can throw cards everywhere, can I? I'm getting good at that. All right, so is Duarte, what are his feelings towards you happily ever after? All right, so I'm kind of back in my old groove again now, not like this morning's show, like I said. I appreciate you all being so nice and saying how wonderful your readings were this morning, but I gotta tell you, I know better. I think I know better, at least. I gotta say, I was so flustered and so, it was a mess. It was a mess. And then when I finally talked to these people on the phone, it just got worse. But anyhow, I'm here and I'm okay. The Ace of Cups tells me that Duarte is looking for love, right? He's looking for those new emotions. He's looking for new emotions to come along, and he has that potential to move forward emotionally, right? Seven of Swords, that does give me an idea, though, that he is getting away from something that is, that he's kind of running away from something or someone that was already in his past or in his very recent past, and he's trying to get away from them. That's for sure. I think right now you're kind of satisfied with where you are with him. And that, that's good. It's good that you're satisfied where you are. It will help your confidence, right? It'll help your self-esteem to know that he does care, that he is interested in you. Okay. Six of Cups tells me, you're kind of reminiscing about things. You're kind of thinking about all the stuff that's going on and has gone on. And well, you know what? It is time. It's time to move away from the balcony and start taking some action. The High Priest tells me that, there's always going to be that protection there for you if you do things correctly. If you do things the way that you're supposed to do them, then things will be okay. Things will be all right because you feel that protection. Right? You feel that protection, but it also tells me things are getting a little serious. Things might be getting serious soon with him, right? So you could go from this emotional connection, this new emotional connection, to, or this new emotional potential into an emotional connection, which would be the Two of Cups, right? And then having a good time in life, like the Three of Cups. So it moves right on up the numbers, right? It moves up the numbers. You don't really want the 4 or the 5, I tell you that. Those are not the good numbers in cups. But yeah, you move up. You move from the emotional potential and emotional healing, because I think that's what he's kind of running away from, something that hurt him, and he is trying to heal emotionally. But then you move up into the emotional connection, emotional friendship, and emotional friendships usually turn into relationships. All right? That's what I see for you, happily ever after. So that's what I think. I think his feelings are that. I think it's a matter of that he has been hurt in the past and not long ago past, but I do believe that he is trying to heal emotionally, and that gives you the potential of having that relationship at some point. Okay? That makes sense to you? Makes sense to me. Right, Kay? I say that. I love when I say it. I don't think about it when I say it until it's too late, and then it's like, oh, I shouldn't say that. It makes no difference if it makes sense to me, does it? It makes no difference to anyone else if it made sense to me. That's so funny. I don't think about it. Right? It's just like when I say right 5 million times in a show. If you go back and count how many times I say the word right during a show, you would laugh your head off. All right. Okay. Will I like living in Ohio? I'm moving there in a few months, and I'm nervous about how I'll take it. Now, you'll take Ohio by storm. I tell you, you'll take Ohio. I have some good stuff here for you. Lots of good cards. Lots of good things. First off, of course, the 10 of Cups is all about feeling safe and how you're going to be, your well-being, right? How things are going to go with your well-being. Are you going to be okay? Are you going to feel okay? You're going to feel safe. Your well-being is going to be good. You're going to be happy, right? You'll feel blessed when you get there. You'll feel blessed. You've got a place, and it's a good place. And it will, again, I kind of told somebody this last night. I said, it will say K all over it, right? Once you get done in there and you decorate and everything like that, it's going to say K everywhere. And people are going to know, oh, this is K's house when they walk in the door. Now, are you protecting yourself some? Absolutely you are. And there's no reason that you wouldn't. I can absolutely understand you're moving to a new state. You don't know anyone. If you know, you might know a couple people that you knew from there, but I don't know that. I'm going along with the whole idea that you probably don't know anyone at all. And I would say, of course, it would be wrong. It would be a bad idea if you did not protect yourself. Even though you feel safe and your well-being is okay, you still protect yourself, right? You've been hurt before in other things. Why wouldn't this just go along with that, right? But it won't. Justice tells me things are going to be fair. Things are going to really feel balanced when you get there. Everything will be good. All the good and all the bad will kind of, they'll balance themselves and negate themselves. And that will be the end of that. I think it's just time. It's time to reflect on what you know about the place you're going and how you're getting there and why you're going. And I think when you think about that, you'll be happy. Then you go and have the Three of Wands and the Three of Cups. And again, I just said about the Three of Cups, about how it's all about getting together and having fun and having a group of people, that become good friends to you, right? I don't know if you have family there or not. But if you have family, that's going to be helpful, of course, because you'll see family that you may not have seen for quite a while. And sure enough, it will be wonderful. It'll be wonderful to see them. The Three of Wands tells me that you are searching for something, right? You're looking for the strength to get yourself there, to do the whole moving thing. You have to search for that strength, right? And that's tough. It's not, I tell this all the time, right? Billions of times. Moving is tough. But yeah, you'll find the strength. You will find it. It's right there in front of you. But you're searching for it right now. And I think you're going to find it. And I think you'll find it in friends. And I think you'll find it in family members also, being that it's right before them. All right. All right, Kay. Thank you. Did Ingrid figure out that the gift was from you, by the way? JK, could the Six of Pentacles reverse mean you are too generous? It could mean that you're too generous. It could also just being right side up, the Six of Pentacles could mean that you're too generous. That there's a lot of giving and you're giving too much, right? With it just right side up. Upside down, to me personally, would be more of you are being very stingy and very, like, you're hoarding everything you have. You're being very selfish. That would be the thought I would have upside down. I know it's not your question. I know you just were curious about that from something else or someone else's reading at some point in the rest of the day, apparently, because when you were here this morning, you didn't ask me that. No, your question is, what is the karmic lesson I have to learn during this lifetime? That's your question. But your Six of Pentacles question, or your Six of Pentacles comment, basically is, I would almost go with selfishness, and maybe greed would be a good word for it. If I'm thinking of things about holding on to things that I shouldn't be holding on to too long, being greedy. I'm not sure that the Six of Pentacles would really, to me personally, it wouldn't mean that I'm too generous. It would mean a lack of generosity. It would be a lack of giving. It would be the opposite of being kind with your giving. It might be giving, but then expecting something in return. That could be another option. Yeah, I know. You know what? I've said it before. If you put 50 tarot readers in a room and gave them the exact same cards, right? The exact same layout with the exact same cards in the exact same order, 50 different readers, you would get 50 different readings, because everyone interprets things differently, always. So JK, what do you need to learn? You need to learn to think with your head and not with your heart. You have to leave emotions out of your decisions sometimes. Not always, but sometimes. Right? You know when those times are. I don't know when they are, but I'm telling you, I think you already know when those times are, right? You kind of do it. You make a decision. You make it with your heart. You make it with your feelings, and then it comes back to bite you, because you know what? If you had just thought about it and just been a little bit colder about it and not really used the emotions and just used the old brain, things would have gone a little differently. But it happens. You know what? And everybody does it. Everybody does it. Don't let anybody ever tell you that they don't, because it happens. But I think that's a lesson to learn, right? It's a lesson to learn. It will help you become more stable. It helps you with your stability. It helps you with, keeping things in order. And I think I think that's definitely the way things go. I think then there's going to be, I think a lesson that you need to learn is that you need to stop things. There's things you're going to need to end at some point, and then move on to something different, right? And change the thought pattern, or change the way that things are going. If you do that, then things get better, right? You can't be judgmental towards people. You can't be, try to be the authoritarian. Stuff like that doesn't really work well. If that's how you are, or have been, or have someone who is like that in your workplace, that's terrible. That's a horrible thing, I got to tell you, because I've had people like that before who think, okay, I'm the boss and I'm going to let you know it. And I'm going to use every little bit of that to suck the fun right out of your life. But on the other hand, right, sometimes things have to be structured and disciplined. And that goes again back here to thinking with your head. Structure and discipline. I think you have to figure out a good way to deal with your stressors, right? The things that make you stressed, the things that make you feel like there's a big weight on your shoulders. I think you truly have to find a way to get past them. And you have to find a way to deal with that kind of stuff. And I don't know if these are karmic lessons or not karmic lessons for you, JK, but they are pretty decent life lessons, I'm thinking. Christina. Oh, Christina. All right, everyone. You ready? We have to sing her happy birthday. So that's it, JK. I don't know. Again, I don't know if they're karmic lessons. I just know they are life lessons. These are life lessons that I see in the cards, in those cards. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Christina. Happy birthday to you. My dear friend Christina. All right, will Stephen be back, Zena? Will Stephen be back? Do we want Stephen back? Really, do we want Stephen back? Because we've talked about this, I think. All right, will Stephen be back? All right. You know what? Tonight is your lucky night. Not you, not just you, Zena, but you too, of course. But everybody. Tonight is everyone's lucky night, because you know what? I am probably going to stay on. I might have to take like a 2-minute break real quick, and then I am going to stay on a little later tonight to make up for the crappy show I did this morning, because it was terrible. And you know what? I'm not bumping into people after me too much that I really worry about it anymore, because nobody else worries about it when they do it to me. Only one person does, and I'm not bumping into her. She doesn't do a nighttime show. Anyhow, will Stephen be back? I think Stephen is looking for your approval. I think Stephen's waiting for your approval, and I think, if you give him your approval, he's looking to start over. He's looking to plant the seeds again to start over with you. I think there's a little bit of a conflict between the two of you. Nothing serious, not a serious conflict, not like it would be if it was the Seven of Rods, where it's a real fight. This is more of a friendly conflict kind of thing. This is more of a competition, a friendly competition kind of deal, but not really friendly. I mean, it's still competition. It's still conflict, but not terrible, because all these people are standing around. They're just watching. They're not helping. They're not joining in. But I think the two of you have that, right? You have that little bit of conflict. I think if you let this start over, it's going to grow into something more, right? And you have to really decide, is that what you want to do? Do you want Stephen to be back in your life? Is it really worth it? Is the things that have happened in the past better off staying in the past, or are they okay to bring forward again? The Five of Cups tells me you got to watch out, right? You have to watch out for being sad and isolated, because this is how you felt before with Stephen. He's made you feel sad and isolated before. And I don't know that that's going to happen again. I don't know that it's going to or not. I wouldn't say yes. I wouldn't say no. But I would say it's something to watch out for, especially if that is correct. If I am really right about that, Zena, and he is, he made you feel isolated. He made you feel sad. He made you feel on your own in the past. Well, then I don't know that going forward is a really great idea with him. But if I'm wrong, and I could be completely wrong, I certainly could. Well, then, you know what? Then maybe having him back won't be so bad. I think he wants to be back? Yes, I think he wants to be back. All right. That's what I get for you, Zena. Thank you. All right. I think I covered everybody who was here this morning. I think. All right. Christina. So, it's your birthday. It's your birthday. Did you hear from Ivan today, Christina? At all? Anything? Text? Phone call? Show up at your front door, maybe? I don't know. Anything? Oh, Christian, you were here this morning. All right, let me do Anya's reading, and I will do your reading also, because I was trying to do readings for everybody who was here this morning, because my show was horrible. You did not hear from Ivan at all. And of course, he knows it's your birthday, right? He knows that. It's not like it's a surprise for him too, right? Aw, Christian Dewar, that's nice. You really love my show, which is why you tune in every day. Glad I found you. I'm glad you found me too. I am glad you found me too. I'm glad, I appreciate everybody who's here. If you guys are here, if you're here at all, I think he does, but he didn't remember. Well, we'll see. If you are here right now, please hit like, okay? If you are new and never subscribed before, then please subscribe and get those notifications as well, okay? So I see your question, Anya. I read it actually earlier. So your dad, everything was good for his pre-op, and we talked about that a couple weeks ago, right? That things were going to go well for his pre-op stuff, and then last minute they canceled him again. Not good. Not what you wanted, right? You want to get this over and done with so that he can just be finished with it. And it's not happening. It's not happening like you want it to, and probably like he wants it to. So, I know. Sorry to say. So, Is he ever going to get his operation? Yeah, here's the stress, right? This is the anxiety of worrying and waiting for this. Being ready to go and then have it canceled. Being ready to go and having it canceled. That causes a strain on anyone. The scan was good. The cancer stabilized, which is what they said they needed for it to happen. Yeah. Did I not? How do you hit like on YouTube? If you're on your phone, you have to shut down the chat for a second, and then there's the thumbs up thing, and then you put the live chat back up. But anyhow, did we not do a reading about this a couple of weeks ago? And I said that things were going to be good for his pre-op appointment. I'm almost positive I did. I think I did. But you can remind me when you have time. I think he is ready to just walk away and say, forget it. Just forget it. He's happy where he's at, and that's all he needs. Yes, I did. I knew we had to talk about this. I knew it was you that we talked about this. Because I've been talking to other people recently about surgeries and parent surgeries. So, but I was almost positive that I had to talk with you it's been a couple weeks, and one of the readings we did was about his pre-op appointment. Couldn't think of the word. Yeah, I think he's happy where he is, and he just doesn't want to go on. He's ready to just move on, right? Have a good time, celebrate the life that he has right now. He's prosperous. He feels good about things. Everybody in the family is happy that he is okay right now, and things have stabilized. And I think he is ready to just move on with life. Just move on and not bother looking back with this stupid surgery thing, because it's to a point where every time you turn around, he's got to go back and have pre-op appointments, and then set up the surgery, and then tell him, okay, no surgery. It's just getting to be too much for him. The stress is harder on him than the actual surgery. And that's what I think. That's what I think for you, Anya. Okay? That is what I'm getting. Why did DR leave you for someone else? Well, fool. What a fool DR is. Why would DR be so foolish to lose out on Christian Dior? Hello, Pretty La Ashley. How are you? Welcome. Dresito Santos. Your real name is Andre Santos. Again, if you guys are new, please hit that subscribe. Hey, Taylor Phillips, welcome. It's good to have you here. Empress Beauty, welcome, welcome. He needs it, though. I know he needs it. I know he needs it, but you know what? I'm just telling you what he's thinking. I am just telling you what I feel, how I feel that he is thinking. I'm not saying that he shouldn't have it. I'm not saying personally that he shouldn't have it. I'm just saying he's thinking that he's just had enough, right? He's had enough. Doesn't mean he's not going to have it. Doesn't mean he's not going to go through with it, because he probably will, because he knows he has to. But it doesn't mean that he can't be fed up. It doesn't mean that he can't be annoyed. All right, so why did DR leave me for someone else? Things were getting too serious. That's why. Yeah, you're welcome, Anya. That was the feeling I was getting. I wasn't getting the feeling that that's what he's actually going to do. I just kind of got the feeling, really, and I'm sorry if I implied that that was how things were actually going to go, but I got the feeling that this is how he was feeling about things. He's just frustrated. He's annoyed, and it is stressful. He's feeling stressed. So, anyhow, things were getting too serious, Christian Dior, and I think he has been hurt before by a very serious relationship, and I think he doesn't want to be hurt again. So he put the walls up, right? He's got the walls going. He's got the, he's already been hurt because there's this bandage right above him. This has made him, it makes him almost sick to a point where, because that hurt before was so bad. So I think things got too serious too fast, and now it's a point where he has to, he had to decide what's going to be best for me. I gotta, and I think he kind of pumped the brakes on you right now, because you guys were getting serious and he didn't want that. He just wanted to slow down. And I think he got to a point where he was very confused, right? He got this whole confusion, didn't know which way to go, so he turned to someone else right away. That's not really what he wanted to do. I don't think it's really what he wanted to do at all. I just believe that it's what, it was just there kind of thing. And that's a horrible excuse. I know it's cheap. It's a cheap excuse. But I believe that's what happened. I think he had to make a choice. Do I let things keep getting really serious or not really serious? And and he decided not really serious. And when he came to a crossroads where he didn't know exactly which way to go, he went the wrong way. He really did. He chose the wrong choice. The right choice would have been talking to you about it. The wrong choice was turned towards someone else. And that's what happened. All right. That's what I get for you. Oh, Ms. Almond, how are you? Will your family situation improve next week? So everybody who is at the bottom of the chat, everybody at the top of the chat, there's not a whole lot of yous left, but I will get to you. But everybody who's at the bottom of the chat, I'm probably going to get to you too, because I am going to hang out a little later tonight. I just feel like it. I don't know. Just feel like hanging out a little bit later. So don't worry. You don't have to keep reposting your questions. I got them all. I see them all. And we'll just, we'll have like a little party here or something crazy. All right. All right. That sounds good. It sounds like a plan, right? Ms. Almond. It's good to have you here always. You know that? You guys all know that. If I had friends like you guys all in real life, boy, oh boy, would I be in good shape. All right. Will your family situation improve next month? I think there is some new potential for that to happen. I really do. I think there's new potential. And then, of course, the 10 of Cups shows up. All about love and harmony and having a very blessed family together. And that's exactly what you're looking for, right? How could that not be great? New potential to have a happy family. Wonderful. Things are complete at that point, right? Things end, that you've achieved what you needed to achieve. You got the family situation fixed and improved, and things are great. maybe, just maybe, you had to do a little bit of changing on your own, of yourself, along with other people. You're not the only one, but maybe it was you too, right? Maybe you had to change your attitude a little, your outlook on things a little bit, the way you look at them. Yeah, maybe a little bit, but everybody had to do that, I think, in the whole family. Yeah, it's been a lot of egos clashing. There you go. So everybody really has needed to change their attitudes and their outlooks. Yeah, you're my family of friends, Anya. The tower tells me, right, things crashed like a mess. It was chaos for a little while. Everybody was clashing and crashing down on top of each other and on top of everything. So there was a big change, right? Big changes were there, or needed. And that's what's going on here. All those big changes are coming out the way you want them to and you need them to. And there you go. You had to change the outlook on your own situation, of course. Everybody had to. I think everybody who was part of this issue has to change a little bit, right? They got to change their outlook a little bit. You have to change the way you're thinking of things, because otherwise things don't get fixed. Everybody has to compromise. And that's what this is telling me all about in this reading. It's telling me all about the compromises you made, right? Everybody had to change their outlook. You had to look at things a little differently so everybody could just kind of fit back into place. Boom. And that was it. And I think it's okay. I think things are going to be all right by the end of the next month. All right? It's going to be good, Chanel. It really is. Great things for you. Okay, Selena, you're thinking about life and everything. I just want to ask. You're thinking about life and everything, period, right? You just want to ask, what does my relationship look like for next month? Oh, Selena, what does your relationship look like for next month? If I see things that are not good, I'm going to feel really bad. You know that, right? It's going to break my little heart to tell you things that are not happy if I see sad things. I'm hoping not to see them, but you never know, right? You never know in tarot. You get the cards that you are supposed to get, not the cards you want to get. Karen, you donated. Thank you so much. Post your question. Post up your question, and I will do it right after this one. All right. Yeah, so anyhow, as I said, the tarot tells you what you need to know and not always what you want to hear. Okay, Karen, I got your question too. I see it. All right, so the status of your relationship, or what does your relationship look like next month? I'm going to tell you, Selena, it's not really bad at all. It really isn't. I believe that you and your boyfriend, I think you are very dependable to each other, right? I think you depend on each other, and I think you can count on each other. Let's put it that way. That's better wording. I think you have very realistic expectations of what is going on and what should be going on at this point, and that's good. The Three of Cups tells me all about, taking care of yourself, taking care of your friends, and, how things are going to be good. Things are going to be okay because you have that support of your close family and friends. The moon does tell me that there are times where you are afraid that things are not going well in this relationship, right? There are definitely times in the recent past that you have thought that things may not be going really well the way you want them to. However, the Nine of Cups tells me that you have just enough of what you need in this relationship. You should feel happy. You should feel at peace because things are good. And if you just continue, if you just follow that straight and narrow path, right? Follow this straight and narrow path. This one, there it is, right there. That straight and narrow path. This is what you're going to come out to on the other side. The Lovers. You're going to end up with that strong connection, that love connection, that trust, right? You already depend on each other now. Imagine what it'll be like when the trust even gets stronger. Andre, you don't have to keep posting your question. I got it. Trust me. I know it. All right. I just think the more, as long as you follow the path, you follow that good, straight, narrow path, the Lovers is waiting at the end. And that's going to be all you want. That's what you want. So honestly, I think your relationship for next month does look really good. I was kind of gearing up for something bad to come up, and I was afraid of it, and I kind of psyched myself into it almost. But you know what? I shuffled in some positivity apparently, because that was pretty good. Karen, how are you, Karen? It's good to have you here. Thank you so much for being here. If you're new, please subscribe and get notifications. I would appreciate that. I don't know that you are. I don't remember. Your name looks familiar, but the picture is very different to me. Maybe I'm just getting you confused with someone else. So is G jealous of you dating someone else? You are new. Okay. We have been in sync, haven't we, Selena? I think you're talking about me at least. Okay, Karen, then do me a favor. Please subscribe. Please get those notifications. You'll see I'm here every single day, twice a day, 11:30 a.m. and 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. I also send out daily tarot tips every single day. All right. Is G jealous of you seeing someone else? Well, I'm going to tell you, jealousy right there is the ideal of the devil. The devil loves jealousy, right? He will be happy. He's happy to make G feel jealous. The Page of Cups tells me that G has become an introvert. He's kind of staying inside. He's not going anywhere. He's not doing anything. And he has become emotionally fragile. And I have to say, thanks, Alina. And I have to say, that's why. Because the devil is making him feel jealous. He feels insecure. He feels left out. He feels like he's in a place where he just doesn't want to be. He doesn't feel anybody is there for him. He feels like he's in pain. He's scared. Doesn't know what to do or where to go, and he's trying to protect himself. He's really putting up the walls there to protect himself. I think he has really rethought his whole attitude about whatever it was that went on between the two of you. Something went on, obviously, between the two of you that made the two of you disconnect. right? There was a disconnect between the two of you. Whether you were dating and you broke up, or you were friends and you didn't, and you just went separate ways and stuff, there's a reason for it. And I think, I think G is really rethinking all of the things that went on in your friendship or relationship that he did, and I think he's feeling bad about it. I don't think he's happy about that. So, all right, that's what I get. That's what I'm getting for you, Karen. I think he feels jealous. I think he feels a lot of things. I think he's feeling bad. I think he wishes, that he didn't do what he did. I think he just kind of, like I said, he's rethinking his whole idea, his whole attitude. All right, I've lost everybody at the top of the chat, so I'm sorry if I didn't get you. If I didn't get you, repost. If you were like here really, really early, repost. Otherwise, everybody else I have, so you don't have to repost, right, Aquarius? Right, Aquarius. Yeah, you're not new. I saw you just the other day. Any messages from your past life? I was always unsure if I could do past life readings or readings from spirits or, spirit guide readings, anything like that. I was always kind of unsure of it when I first started doing readings. And I feel so much better about it, to the point where the other day, was it yesterday, I guess? Yeah, maybe it was yesterday morning. I did a reading for a person, and I don't mention names, but I did a reading for someone, and a friend of theirs, a very good friend of theirs, dog, who she was very close with, passed away unexpectedly overnight, the other night, and this person wanted to know if the dog had any messages for her. And I did a reading from a dog that passed on. I know it may sound a little weird, and I was kind of taken aback when I did it. But then all of a sudden, the reading just came out, and it was just there. It just showed me everything I ever wanted to know. It told me all about the dog. All right, so you want to know about a past life. In a past life, you were a very serious, traditional person. It was all about tradition for you. And that was a big deal, right? Things had to be done certain ways. You knew what that was all about, and you took care of it. And the people who were not in line with you, the people who did not take the traditions seriously, were not looked upon by you very well. You were kind of an overseer of these traditions to make sure everyone was following these traditions. I think you were a scholar. I think you were very smart. I think you learned a lot of things. You had a lot of knowledge, right? You had to have a lot of knowledge to be the overseer of all the tradition that was required. Sometimes you had to use a little deception. Sometimes it was a little bit of illusion that had to go on to make sure that everything was being done correctly. But it always got done that way. I think you were very frugal back then. I think you were of small, slight means where you didn't have much money. Let's put it that way. So you saved a lot, and you didn't spend very much, and that was all right. There was nothing wrong with that. But yeah, it happened. That's how things were for you. I think I think at the end of every day, you still had a lot of peace of mind. You felt okay about what you did during that day, even though if things may not have been so great, things might not have been so wonderful. But you still were okay with it. You still felt okay. All right? That's what I see. That's what I'm seeing for your past life, Aquarius. Now, you may have gotten past life readings from other people. They may have been completely different from what I saw. And who knows how many past lives you have. So I have to say, if mine sounds completely out there, right? Completely wrong and completely out there, well, you never know what past life I'm actually talking about. But then again, maybe you do. Maybe you know exactly what I'm talking about. And that's always good. All right, so Jesse Angel, you are up there at the top. I know. Thank you for reposting. Are your boyfriend and you going to get back on track with your plans to start your life together next month? Hello, Noor. Maggie B, welcome. It's good to have you here as well. You'd like a reading on what's coming up for you regarding your love life, huh? Okay, good. If you're new, don't forget, please subscribe. Please get your notifications. Everybody who's here, please hit a like. Hit like on for YouTube there, the little thumbs up thingy. Give me a thumbs up. I would appreciate that. And let's see what we get. Let's see what we get for you, Jesse Angel. All right. You guys get back on track, right? That's what we really want to know. Will you get back on track by the end of October? I think so. Again, I got the Emperor, and the Emperor, of course, is talking about things getting serious, and well, that's what you want, right? With a relationship, it's very different than the serious I was just talking about in the last reading when it was all about serious tradition. This is all about just getting serious in a relationship, and then the Nine of Cups comes through and tells me that you're happy and you'll be peaceful and there will be satisfaction in the relationship. There's going to be all kinds of new emotions coming. There will be that new emotional healing, which is going to be important, because if things were not going exactly right now, then I think they will get better soon. I think they will get better soon. The Page of Swords is telling me all the time, right? You just have to think about things, right? Be smart. I'm not saying you're not smart, but I'm just saying that, be smart. Be smart about your decisions. Think about the things you're deciding. Think about what they are going to entail, and think about what they're going to impact, right? And then make decisions that are very decisive. Make decisions and stick to them. That's why you really have to think about them first. Because when you make a when your decision making is very decisive and you feel like, okay, now I've got to stick to it, well, that better have been a really good decision, right? So I have to say, yeah, that's what's going to happen here at the end. I'll tell you, at the end, I do see the Seven of Pentacles, which tells me all about things growing and growing better and growing stronger. And sure enough, that's what you want. That also is what you want, right? You want this happy, peaceful family here. You want things to grow stronger. And I do see where things are going to get better for you. I definitely do. All right. So that's what I get, Jesse Angel. Empress Beauty, I am going through the chat, but donations always take priority. That I have to do. I don't know that I have any mods here right now at all. I don't think I do. Christina might still be here. I haven't heard from Fairy Wren in a while, so I'm not sure that she's here. But I do always take donations. Donations get to go first. They just do, because you're right. That is the way that it works. If you donated, right? If you gave money, wouldn't you want yours? Wouldn't you want to have that to be done right away? You know, everybody gets a free reading. Everybody who wants to get a free reading, I try to get. I'm going to try and do as many as I can here tonight. But donations have to take priority, because that's just the way it is. Yeah. But you don't have to repost. I think your question's still up there, so I think I'm modding on my own right about now. We're free modding. The cat's away, the mice will play. Right? I got nobody to tell me it's time to stop. And we're getting crazy. What does Jay, the Leo, think and feel about you? Is he the new guy that took the place of G? Is he the one that's making G jealous? Jay? Does Jay make G jealous? Oh, that's a tongue twister. The Nine of Pentacles tells me that Jay is thinking and feeling good things about you. He thinks that he's very happy. He is very happy with you and your life and the way you are. He likes you. He genuinely likes you. The Three of Wands tells me all about, searching for something. I think he's searching for the strength to move forward with you more than he already is, because he's a little bit afraid. Oh, thanks, Christina. Have a good birthday. I'm sorry that you're having a bad storm, and I hope things go okay for the rest of the night for you. All right. Happy birthday, Christina. So Karen, yeah, I think he's searching for the strength to move forward. He's a little unsure of himself, right? And I believe that's typical for him. Right? He is a dependable person. He is somebody who really likes to learn new things and wants to learn more about you, but he's afraid to make that move forward. The Chariot tells me things aren't moving forward at all, right? You got two Sphinxes that are laying down. They're not pulling anything. If you're not getting pulled by your Sphinx, well, guess what? You're not going anywhere. And that's where this relationship is right now. It's kind of stuck. And it's all because he hasn't found the strength to move it forward yet. He hasn't found the strength to get these two guys up to pull the Chariot. So you're going to have to make a decision. You're going to have to be, again, like I was just saying before, you're going to have to be very decisive about it. And you are going to have to make a choice. Whether you're going to, stick with him and move forward, or, and let things move slowly forward, very slowly forward, and just you become more talkative and you subtly hint about things to him, or maybe you just explain to him that you would like things to move forward faster and, get off his butt and move his Chariot. His Chariot's parked in your spot, darn it, and you want your spot back. So move your Chariot. Get your chariot moving. All right. That's what I see for you. All right, Karen, thank you. All right, so let me go back here and see where we are. Empress Beauty. Empress Beauty, or Empress, yeah, Empress Beauty. You were about to say somebody could be a little pregnant, right? That's what I said. All right, so Empress Love. Empress Love is here. Empress Beauty, I didn't see a question. I have all the Empresses and I get confused. Too many Empresses. Empress Love wants to know, is my ex-Cancer wanting to come back to me? Fairy Wren, you're off to work. That's what happened. I knew something. I was going to say, I haven't heard from Fairy Wren in a while. She had to go to work. Okay. She's in Australia. All right, Empress Love, if you're still here, and I hope you are, then let me know. Empress Beauty, yes, please repost your question because I don't see it. I don't see it as I went down the chat. Okay, and I am going to have to take like a minute quick break so that I can continue longer for everyone tonight. Okay, so give me 1 minute. These are your cards, Empress Love. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. That was it. So, Empress Love, does your ex-Cancer want to come back? I think he wants to go somewhere, but I don't think I'm not sure that it's really back. I think he is trying to heal emotionally right now, and that does not include going back. I think he's trying to get in touch with the way he feels and make sure that he's, again, this is all about healing as well. This is emotional healing here. This is also emotional healing. She's all in the water, and it's about the healing. Four of Swords says that, the ex-Cancer needs some time, right? Take some time out to rest, relax, renew, feel relief. And then I see, honestly, I truly see the 8 of Cups here. I see that your ex-Cancer wants to move on and not really go back at all. There's no real way back. And I think they want to move forward and move on. All right? That's what I'm seeing for you. All right, so I will stay on until 7:30. So we got 20 more minutes to do questions. How's that? Sounds like a deal, right? That gives me a little extra time to do some stuff here. Mary Helen Hughes, will me and SH talk more, or will he date someone else? And can I make it more than what it is? Whew, that's a lot. Will you and SH talk more? And can you make it more than what it is? Or is he going to move on? All right. If you're still here, let me know. Let me know who's still here. Please. Maggie B, I think you're still here because you just posted. If you are still here, please let me know. Because if nobody's here, then I'm not going to do readings. That would be silly, wouldn't it? All right, SH is definitely going to talk to you some more. Even though they are, you know, a little bit alert. Okay, Nor, you're here. That's good. I'll do a reading for you then. They are a little on the alert side. They're a little bit on the thinking on their feet side. I think they are also, though, very free-spirited and adventurous. I think they're moving in a direction that's heading towards you, but you are kind of blocking yourself in here with the snow globe of wands, and you want to protect yourself, right? Because you've been hurt before and you don't want to be hurt again, because it's depressing. It's sad. It makes you depressed, and it makes you anxious, and that's not a good thing. It's not a good way to be. It doesn't help with your sleep, that's for sure. So I honestly don't, I think you guys will talk more, but I don't think it's going to be any more than what it is. Okay? That's what I'm getting. All right. So, Nor. Okay, Maggie B, you're here, and Taylor is here. Awesome. Okay. So, Nor wants to know, will you and S reunite this year? You really want to make it work? Taylor and Maggie B, got it. Okay. Well, you and S reunite. You really want to make it work. All right. You know what? I will read for you, Nor, Taylor, and Maggie, and then I'm going to be done. Because there's nobody else here. There's only 3 of you here. I can see that. So that's fine. I'll do those readings, and then that'll be it. And I appreciate you guys being here. Thank you so much. All right, so will you and S reunite again? I just have the Page of Wands. You saw me shuffle. It's so weird. But yeah, I think that S is very adventurous. I think he wants to discover new things again, and I think he's kind of brave about moving forward to be with you again. I think he wants to make things grow from where they were last time. I think he wants things to be better and bigger and better, and bigger and better. Yes, that's it. Than they were last time. He really wants to see things grow. He's planted the seeds a while ago, and now things are starting to take root. I think he has a very clear idea of what went on before in the past when the two of you were together, and I would be willing to say that he knows what he has to do to fix things. I think things will be successful. I think you'll have a lot of support, and I do believe that there is I think you have a lot of confidence in yourself and in this whole relationship. So I definitely get that. But don't get to a point where you feel like you're tied down, because if you feel that way, then you're not in a good position. You're not in a good relationship, Nor. All right? That's what I'm seeing for you. I do think so, though. I think so. I definitely think so. All right, let's see here. There we go. A love reading for Malcolm and you. Do I see happy ending? Well, all right. Thank you, Nora. I appreciate that. I really do. That's very nice of you. My wife tells me all the time it's very soothing and very relaxing, and it helps her. Empress Love, I did your reading, so that was good. I did your reading for you. You just have to go back and watch it now while you eat, since you were cooking. All right. What do I see for you and Malcolm? Ooh. Well, I got to tell you, honestly, Taylor, I don't see things going great. I don't see things really wonderfully. I get this whole idea here, the Ten of Swords, of somebody getting hurt, somebody feeling very lost, and then, moving on. Things are ending and things moving, somebody moving on. And I hate to say that, right? I see all that sadness. I see the sadness that's coming with the moon. There's some kind of deception going on. And of course, that just gives you stress. It just causes stress and anxiety and sleeplessness. You have to protect yourself. You have to put yourself in the snow globe of wands. You got to protect yourself. Because that's the only way that things are going to get better. The King of Swords tells me the same thing, right? You have to have some power in this relationship. You have to be disciplined. You have to find your inner strength. You have to find your courage. All right? You're smart like the owl. You can hear like the bat, and you are able to talk like the crow. And that's a great thing. All right? I don't see things are really all that great for you and Malcolm. I'm sorry to say, Taylor. I hate to get bad news. I know. I hate to tell bad things, or sad things. But again, unfortunately, things get told that I see and not what I want to tell. Not what you want to hear, but what the cards want to tell you. That's it. Something like that. All right. All right, Maggie B. Can you get a reading on what's coming up for you regarding your love life? All right. Let's see what we get here for you. Wow, lots of wands. All right. So, again, the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups is all about being happy and achieving success in your relationship, right? And having all those good emotions to come along. Yeah, you're welcome, Taylor. I wouldn't have thanked me for that reading, that's for sure. It wasn't that great. The moon does tell me, though, that you feel a bit sad right now, right? You're afraid that things are not going to go your way, but I see where things are actually growing, right? Things are growing in your direction. Things are heading in your direction, and they are doing, they're really taking root, right? You've got that money coming. You've got maybe some money heading your direction. Maybe love is growing love is in the air kind of thing. Love is growing, hopefully. Maybe you can get out a little bit someday soon from underneath all this COVID stuff. But yeah, I definitely think that is what is going on there. I do feel like, I think you feel like you're carrying a bit of a burden, right? You have all of this weight on your shoulders and you're not sure exactly how to move forward with it. But I think you're going to figure it out, because here I see where you do end up moving forward very quickly. Things start moving forward for you in your love life, and that's exactly what you want. Things to move quickly, things to move forward, and things to be good. And I do see that. I think your love life is going to be okay over the next month or so, probably maybe 6 weeks. I think things will improve. All right? How does that sound? Good? All right. I'm going to do my last reading here for Kay. And then I will be done. I'll finish off with that. So will you have issues with your car while you're in Ohio? You're prepping it up, but you're prepping it up before you go, but you're scared something will happen. All right. All right, so let's see what we get for you. Let us see. So if you guys were new, if anybody was new, please, again, just subscribe for me. Get those notifications. Oh, Empress Beauty, put it back out there. I'll do it right after this. I'll do it next. I'm sorry. You're right. Oh, gosh. Sorry about that. Yeah, so if you would subscribe, I would appreciate it. If you would get those notifications, that would be awesome. And you'll get to see that I'm here twice a day, every single day. I do daily tarot tips. I send those out to everybody every day. Everybody gets it. And they're always a nice little snapshot of what the day might be, or what the day, to compare to what your day was, based on what time zone you're in and where you are, all right? I send them out at 9 a.m. Eastern time every single day. And then you get them based on where you are or whatever time that is. All right. Okay. All right, so, okay, will your car be okay? Your car's going to be all right, I think. There's a new energy, right? I think getting things all ready for it and prepping it is putting a new energy into it. I really do think so. I think you have been saving up to get this all fixed up and get everything in good working order. And then you're going to start saving as much as you can for the move. Right? I think you've planned and organized everything. I think you're that very down to earth, relaxed, calm person. So no need to get all uptight about this. The car, I think, is going to be all right. Hang on 1 second. Okay. So so I don't think you have to get all worked up about it. The Emperor tells me things are going to be stable for you for your trip, and I think that'll be all right. I really do think it's going to be okay. Again, just be alert. be alert of the things going on around you, and I think that will help you with your moving, with the move and travel, the travel part of it, driving. But I think I think that's I'm kind of preaching to the choir with that, because I think you already are alert. Be smart. I don't have to tell you that either. You already know that stuff. Just keep your eye out. Just keep your eye out on the road, and I think everything will be okay, especially with the car. All right? I think your car will be okay. All right, Kay? All right. Empress Beauty, you get the last read. You get that last read. And what will happen? Where is it? Right there. What will happen with the relationship between you and Khalil? Don't forget, tomorrow night is Lenormand night. Bring your very specific questions with you, and I will have some very specific answers for you. You give me specific questions, I will give you specific answers, because Lenormand is very different than tarot. That is for sure. The morning show will be regular tarot, but the evening show will be Lenormand. Very exciting. I love doing Lenormand readings. All right, so I think the relationship with you and Khalil, I think you really need to think about it, right? Take some time to yourself and think about it. I don't know that things are really going the direction you want them to. The devil, this is the devil card here. And I think it's kind of telling you that there is some kind of temptation or betrayal going on, or going to be going on. I think that's going to leave you very sad. It's going to leave you feeling very insecure. It's going to also leave you feeling very frustrated. You're going to almost be drowning in sad emotions at that point, right? Don't drown in your emotions. I think you're going to, I think this is going to make you emotionally fragile. And that's not going to be good for you. I know. Again, see, Empress Beauty, I didn't want to do this reading for a reason. I knew it. There's the reason. I don't see a whole lot of good stuff here. And I think you really have to think hard and long about if Khalil really has the best intentions, or is there stuff going on that you don't know about? Because right now I feel like you're going to get frustrated, you're going to get upset, you're going to end up being fragile, and I think you're going to really I really think it's going to be difficult for you. Yeah, you feel like it's going on now. I definitely think it is. I definitely think something is going not right. So I have to say, the relationship between the two of you, I don't think is going to last a whole lot longer. I'm sorry to say. I hate to give bad news. Like I said, I hate to give sad news. But I have to tell you the truth, right? I have to tell you the truth, or else nobody would ever come back to believe what I ever say when I do readings. So, all right. That's what I get for you, Empress Beauty. Thank you. I'm sorry. All right. So that is our show for tonight. That's it. Tomorrow night, the 6 o'clock show will be Lenormand night. There it is, Lenormand edition of Tarot Days and Nights. The morning show, of course, will be my regular Tarot Days and Nights show. And that will be everything. Yeah, you knew it was coming. All right. Oh, and you're welcome, Kay. I'm sorry, Empress Beauty. Even if you knew it's coming, it doesn't make it easier. All right. I will see you all then tomorrow, 11:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Have a good night. Bye now.